Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's me, Can't Stop Money, and we are back inside the Hyperbolic Reaction Chamber. And I just finished this show called Oreimo. Yes, Oreimo. Or in other words, Ore no Imoto. Or if you want to put it in English, My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute. They also have a very long name for that as well, but I'm not even going to even try to pronounce that because it's out of my pronunciation. But yeah, guys, I just finished the show. I binged it in a week, both seasons, season 1 and season 2, and I wanted to give my full review on it. Yeah, a review. I'm going to be reviewing the show, my personal thoughts about it. I'm going to talk about everything from start to finish, and just give my opinions about it and what I thought about it. So yeah, for those that have watched it, hey, you can see my thoughts about this lovely show, very lovely show, and yeah, for those that haven't but thought about watching it, yeah, I want to be getting into this full disclaimer. I want to be getting into spoilers for the show, like pretty much everything from top to bottom. So if you don't like spoilers for the show, or you don't care for spoilers for the show, that's fine. But if you want to watch it and don't want spoilers, then yeah, this is a full review video for everything. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's do it. So after watching Oreimo, the main thing I have to say, incest for the win! Oh, no, I'm just joking, guys. Please don't take that serious. No, incest is very, very, very wrong. Especially when you're full-blown siblings. Full-blood siblings. Just right off the bat, you just like, oh, it's one of those shows, one of those little sitcoms. In my head, before going into it, because it came out before that masterpiece Uromanga Sensei and Oreimo take place in the same kind of world. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, so season 1 of this came out in 2010. Season 2 came out in 2013. So I'm thinking, okay, so this must have been this is pretty much basically what Uromanga Sensei was trying to be. Before that's me before going into it, and by the end of it, I'm like, yeah. The difference between Uromanga Sensei and Oreimo is basically one show full-blown siblings, the other show adopted siblings. So going into the show, man, this was a great watch. Honestly, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I loved it. No, I go as far as to say I loved it. From start to almost finish. That ending right there, the ending was just. It's controversial. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video too. The ending of it was controversial. I just had to talk about it with you all. I give my personal opinion about that at the somewhere near the end. So let's go ahead and get into the aspect of the show. What got me hooked onto Oreimo was basically Kurino, how you want to say her name. Yes, the sister, the main character's sister, and then like her herself. I kind of related to her in a way because yeah, she's an otaku. Well. Sort of. She pretty much is an otaku. She likes this one thing. She likes this show. Her favorite show is Miro, some Starlight Witch. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And yeah, man, that's just her passion. She collected figures of it and all that. But besides that, her main thing that she liked was eroge. For those that don't know eroge, it's basically just erotic, lewd, visual novel games. Yeah, those kind of things. And she liked it. She liked the little sisters. She is basically a siscon. She's a tsundere siscon. And you know, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I mean, she's a girl. You know, I mean, little sisters. If you have a little sister, of course you're like, you know, you want to protect your little sister. By all means, protect little sisters out there. Always. I don't have a little sister personally myself, but I am a sibling. And the main thing behind siblings in this show, those two, no matter if you don't like it, I mean, you might not like your sibling, but you'll always love them. And that's the main thing this show actually showed off. You'll always do anything for your siblings, but you never, and I mean never, cross that forbidden love. That's out of the question. But this show, the only way I was going to accept this show, because of course I knew they was going to end up being together at some point. But the only way I was going to accept this show is if they have some very good story writing to the point to where I just have no choice but to accept it. And they did. They actually did. This story writing for the show was absolutely amazing. for turning emotionally and mentally split apart siblings into somewhat of a married couple by the end of it all. You think to yourself, wow, the writing in the show to make that work actually worked. And it actually was pretty good. And I like it. I really liked it. And that's what you thought. That's what you would think. So yeah, as you all know, of course, when the main character or characters have a goal in their heart to get to something, there always has to be trial and error to get there. And trial and error is what they went through. And each and every speed bump that they hit was formed into such a wonderful, wonderful waifu. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about, the waifus in this show. Starting with the beautiful, and I mean beautiful, Ayase, to the cute, kawaii, pop idol girl herself, Koneko, to the amazingly beautiful, surprisingly amazingly beautiful, Sayori, and personally my favorite, and of course you've probably already seen that coming, the gothic Chinubio Lolita herself, Kureneko, or Rui Goku. Yes, this show had it all. All the emotions was all over the place, man. And you think to yourself, wow, Kyosuke, the main character, the brother himself, he can get this? And he actually did. Somehow, or he could have. Somehow, some way. It's quite funny. I bet you're thinking right now, oh, money, you forgot Manami. Yeah, Manami being the short-haired normal girl that Kureno refers to her as. I didn't forget about her, because she's not a waifu to me, in my opinion. She's not a waifu. She's not a best. She's definitely not a best girl, but she does have redeeming qualities. She is the only one in this show with a straight head on her shoulders. We'll get into more about her, why I don't consider her a waifu, because pretty much she is the point. She is the start. She is the bad guy of the whole show, in my opinion. And y'all pretty much agree with that too. So our main brother character himself, Kyosuke, he was just he's a normal guy. He used to be a great guy in Kureno's eyes. You know, just she used to look up to him when they was growing up. But over time, Manami was always by his side. During school, she turned him into a normal guy. Thus, turning him into a normal guy, because nobody likes being normal, right? Who wants to be normal? Turning him into a normal guy is what made Kureno just not look up to him anymore, fall out of love with her, fall out of the admiration that she had for her brother. And that makes a lot of sense, because you know, you had this guy, he was always winning in everything, just for one day just to slack off and just become some dull normal guy, and not the guy that you admire from the beginning. Yeah, I'd be angry too if I was in her situation. So yeah, the Irage that she bought over the years, the Irage, those Siscon Irages, basically what it was for her, because she did like them, but at the same time it was some sort of a thing to where she wanted to fill the void of where her brother can't do anymore, couldn't do anymore at the time. In those Irages, you play as the big brother, and she was the big brother in there, and just pretty much be the big brother to the little sisters in the show that she always wanted. Thus, in turn, wanting that same kind of intimate relationship with the little sisters in that Irage game with her brother. Yeah, those games turned her into like, I want to bang my brother. I want my brother to love me and bang me, just like the games. But that's not what it's always all about. But yeah, that's what it was for her. Kyosuke is one of those rare characters where he actually knows what to say. He knows when to say it, what to say, when to say, and how to get himself out of situations where most main characters end themselves up in getting beat up or getting, you know, shunned and everything. And I do respect that about him. At the same time, guys, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Kyosuke himself, he's dumb. Kyosuke is a dumb character. When I say dumb character, I don't mean as in like his character himself. The character himself was a stupid idea from the beginning. I mean, he's dumb. As you all know, this guy could have had all those waifus that I listed out. He could have had, including Manami, he could have had all of them. At least he could have been with one of them. But of course, he chose his sister above all of them else. Regardless of what it was, he chose his sister above everybody else that shot. He shot down every last one of them girls, and they were wonderful waifus for him. Wonderful. I'm sitting there tossing and turning in my bed back there, just like, what is wrong with you? But at the same time, I get it. You love your sister, but it's forbidden love. But I understand, but I don't understand. It's just a bunch of emotions that twist you together and everything. I absolutely love that kind of thing in anime. Like I like guessing my morals in this show. Like what is right, what is wrong. What's really right is yes, you cannot marry your sister, whether it's in real life, whether it's in anime, or whatever case. Well, you can in anime somehow, but you can't marry your sister, your full blown sister. You can't. It's taboo. It's illegal. And that's what the issue was by the end of it all when they realizing this. Like, yeah, we finally confessed our love to each other at the end, but we can't get married because nobody's going to accept it, and it's not legal. Going in debt for the waifus themselves. I'll just start off. Ayase herself. She took a good little minute to grow on me. I didn't like her at first in the season 1, but seeing more of her in season 2. And just seeing how when she confessed to Kyosuke, especially when she confessed to him, I'm just like, wow. Damn, I like this girl a lot. And he just shot her down. Fuck. Sayori never really confessed to Kyosuke, or probably never really had that much romantic feelings for Kyosuke. But, you know, she was accepting, and she did bring out, she finally took her glasses off and brought out that beautiful face of hers, which was so rewarding to see when she did that, because she is amazingly beautiful. She really was. Koneko herself, she was just an adorable lolly that cosplayed as Kurino's favorite anime character and pulled off those idol pop star concerts that every time that popped up, I just loved to just rewind it about 4 or 5 times just to hear her say. And finally, for Kuroneko, she was just everything I could have wanted in a waifu in this show. A Chinubia, I love the Chinubia aspect of her. The gothic Lolita, can't go wrong with that. Love her anime that she got into, the mascara, and you know, just how she's into that kind of anime. It was pretty cool. It was just great. I was a full-on supporter of Kuroneko and Kyosuke. And by the end of the show, if they got together without being with Kurino, yes, it would have felt empty. But at the same time, I wouldn't have been upset with it because she deserves happiness, man. Must protect Kuroneko. Love her so much. This anime had me riled up with a bunch of emotions from start to finish. From when Kuroneko confessed to Kyosuke, I was like, yes, yes, say yes, and then he did. But at the same time, I was like, oh, poor Kurino. But then I was like, but it's incest, so I gotta go Kuroneko. But I want to see Kyosuke and Kurino, but it's incest, like, oh my god, that kind of thing. And from when they spent when Kuroneko and Kyosuke spent the entire day together, going through Kuroneko's diary, what she wanted to do with Senpai, Kyosuke, and and at the end, that cliffhanger at the end, where she was like, at the end of at the end of her diary, break up with Kyosuke. I'm just like, oh. Being taken, she did that. She low-key did that because, yeah, she knows that Kurino and Kyosuke like each other romantically, and she didn't want to come in between that, which made sense. So, you know, she was just like, hey, go ahead. She was willing to take a back seat to Kurino just for them to be happy together. That's how much of a good friend she was. At the same time, guys, like I said, nobody's really the good person in this show, man. Nobody really is. Everybody has their own selfishness and has their own ways of going amongst the things. And, you know, basically, yeah, Kuroneko, she had her own little selfish things where she wanted Kyosuke to alter herself, which is not a bad thing. But, of course, she wanted them to just go ahead and she wanted them to realize that, hey, over time, no matter how long it would have took, hey, realize, yeah, we can't date because we're siblings. And then when they break up, then Kuroneko's going to come in and take Kyosuke. Which isn't really too bad, but, you know. But what had me for the end of Kuroneko and Kyosuke ship right here, what sunk the ship, was that scene. Y'all know what scene I'm talking about for those that watch the show. The scene where they was going to sink the ship. Kyosuke just said it. He loved his sister. No matter what. He ain't going to give his sister up for nobody. He ain't going to be with nobody else but his sister. Thus, just shattering my heart and Kuroneko's heart at the same time. And, you know, in a bit of just sadness, she took her diary that she was writing in and just ripped it up. Every time she ripped it, every page, every piece of paper that she ripped up, that was my heart. that was my heart being ripped out of my chest because I felt so bad for her. Like, oh my God, don't do this to me. And when she just threw everything down and just cursed the world and screamed really loud and cried, I died. That was my heart just getting hammered to pieces. Like, I didn't know what to do with myself right there. I wanted to go in that show. I wanted to hop in this show and deck the shit out of Kyosuke right in his face. Like, you dumbass. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? She's the best thing. She's the best wife you can have. Are you fucking serious, nigga? But, you know, he loves his sister. I can't hate on it. I can't hate that he loves his sister. So, yeah, I accepted it. But it still hurt. So when that's all said and done, he shot down ISA, he shot down Kuroneko. Now he's going to shoot down Koneko. Koneko literally, and I mean literally, it may have been a last minute thing, but she literally, at her concert, she called him, she stopped her whole concert, called him out, put him on the spot, literally, spotlight all up on him, and said, I love you, please go out with me. I'm just like, my God, you turn her down. You turn her down, you're going to look really, really ass. But, of course, because he loves his sister, he turns Koneko down in front of everybody. She's like, okay, when I become a big idol one day, you're going to regret this. And regret it, he will. The final coup de grace was them to actually confess their feelings to each other. And yes, Kyosuke just said it. Kyosuke said it. Kureno, I love you. I want to marry you. I love my little sister to the point I'm going to marry you, basically. That kind of thing. And Kureno, she felt the exact same way. She was going to say this. She was going to say it herself if he didn't say it that night, but she was afraid that she was going to get rejected. But hey, he asked her to marry her. He even gave her a ring, and she said yes. And now, when she said yes, I'm like, oh my God, this is actually, what am I watching? What am I watching? This is really happening. This is crazy. They're siblings. How is this going to work? But I was happy. At the same time, Kuroneko. you see what I'm saying? Like, that's just great. That's great. So while they're in the hotel, he gave her the ring. She basically whispered something in his ear, like, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do." And she whispers in his ear, and then we cut on to the wedding scene. Yes, there is a wedding. Probably a couple of days afterwards, or something like that. They had that wedding. Well, in front of nobody. Nobody was there. But yeah, Kureno was wearing such a beautiful wedding dress and everything. Kyosuke had on his tux, and they ended it off with a kiss, with the kiss that the show has been waiting for. And there they have it. They're married. And then shortly, a few seconds right after they kiss, they're like, okay, she's like, she takes the ring off. Okay, here's your ring. Thanks. That kind of thing. So yeah, they was going to break up after they got married, or after the wedding ceremony right there, which, you know, they went back to being normal siblings after that. And honestly, when that happened, I paused it for about a good few seconds, and I wanted to flip everything in my room over because I was upset. I was angry. I did not like that. I will be honest with you guys. I didn't like that. What makes the ending so controversial is that they did all this grinding, all this build up, all of this everything, all these rejections, all these shot downs, all this heartbreak, all of this for everything, just to call everything off and just quit out of it. And I'm just like, the fuck? Like, come on. Come on. Kyosuke even said it himself. He ain't going to ever be this popular ever again. This man had a harem. This normal dude had a harem. All these cute-ass, amazing girls. All these amazing girls. Every single last one of them. He shot every last one of them down for a forbidden love that they called off in the end. I'm just thinking about it right now. I just want to punch something, man. Guys, he even said it. He ain't gonna never be this popular ever again. He turned down some amazing girls for something that's not chaseable. That's not possible. But he didn't care. Which is fine. It's fine. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not a supporter of incest. I don't support it. I don't condone it at all. It's wrong. We all know it's wrong, especially in real life. But the thing is about this show, it's set up for that to be, you know, a married couple between brother and sister. If you're gonna do all this grinding, you might as well see all the way through. See it all the way through. If you guys are only meant for each other, see it all the way through. I've actually read some Reddit threads about of them discussing the ending. What was said was the author himself, because you know he did the light novel for this show. He wanted to do it all the way. You know, a full-blooded sister brother relationship. He was gonna go all the way. Have the balls to do something that no other MOTO show I've ever watched, especially, have ever done. It's always been half brother, half sister, or half brother, half sister, or sisters. Most likely, the sisters not related by blood kind of romance thing going on. So yeah, he actually wanted to do the full shebang right there, and I appreciate that. I actually did, because it's his idea. And, you know, but the publisher, I heard the publisher didn't like it. They didn't want the company to have a bad name for being the only show to have full brother and sister dating, which I didn't like that at all. They should have the freedom to do that kind of thing. It's their show. It's that popular too. They have the right to. So yeah, that's what it was for that. So I don't blame him. I don't blame anybody in the studio for that ending, except the guy that changed it, that wanted to change it for the sake of the image of the company, or whatever the case may be, because people would have went along with it. I would have went along with it, because that's what the show is made for. Go ahead. Though I do give it credit for foreshadowing the ending from the beginning, because it was like episode 2 or episode 3 where the dad or somebody that was talking to that Kyosuke was like, don't make a rational decision that will drive away everybody and leave you with nothing. And that's exactly what happened. The irrational decision to choose your sister over everybody else drove all the girls that liked you away and left you with nothing, because you, at the end of the day, you and Kureno are not even together anymore. You are left with nothing. And that's pretty deep. And that's pretty awesome that they did that kind of foreshadow from the beginning. But at the same time, they really should have just stuck with it. I really wish they could have stuck with it and just ended it off like that. While going into the show and thinking about it before watching reviews and reading reviews after the show, my ideal ending for it would have been, yeah, Kyosuke and Kureno getting married, being a full married couple, or whatever the case may be. But then realizing that, hey, we can't do this. Getting older and realizing, hey, we can't do this. And they both just break it off. But at the same time, Kyosuke will still be that person. Kyosuke will return back to the person that he was when that Kureno looked up to when she was a little kid, when they was little kids. And in the same turn, Kyosuke being with Kuroneko. What does that mean for Kureno? Because I didn't want Kureno to be with nobody else but Kyosuke. And I can't believe I just said that. Yeah, that's the kind of confliction that the viewer of this show gets. Like, you're so conflicted, and I love that. It makes you really makes you question, like, fuck, man, what do you want? What do you want? Now let's address the main elephant in the room before we end this video. Minami, Miss Norma herself. Guys, she may have been the sweetest talking, always smiled, all of that. She was always smiling, everything, always just cheerful, and all of that shit to Kyosuke. But in all actuality, she was the cause of everything. Minami, back in the day, when she first met Kyosuke, she turned him into that normal guy. That normal guy just like her. She's normal as fuck. She turned him into a plain normal guy. That normal guy that got lazy. That normal guy that Kureno stopped admiring and resented. Thus, in turn, making her get into Arage and wanting to have that kind of intimate relationship with her older brother that she low-key wanted. Thus, creating all this shit. She was the cause of all of it. Yes, Minami had a straight head on her shoulder. She was the only one in this show. She was the only one out of all these girls. She was the only one in the show to say, hey, you can't date your brother. You can't date your sister. How would it feel going to school? Kureno, how would it feel going to school knowing that, telling somebody that, hey, yeah, I can't wait to go home to my husband, which is my brother. Or Kyosuke saying, oh yeah, I can't wait to go home and smash my wife, which is my sister. You know, how would it feel? And I get that. That is true. That is 100% true. I'm not doubting her about that. That is the realistic view. That is the righteous view on how to do things. But it's crazy. How can you say that, bitch, when you started this from the beginning? You're the cause of all this. So that shit just got thrown out the window. And I'm so glad Kureno broke her fucking shit. She broke her glasses in her face over with a punch. I love that. I'll go back and rewind it again. Here's a little clip for you all.
What an attack!
So yeah, guys, all the emotions, everything all wrapped up into a nice package. The ending for me was not that good. I hated that ending. I really wish they would have stuck with it, but at the same time, it's not their fault. It's not the author's fault. It's what people think is right and wrong when it comes to endings for anime. That's what came into the picture. But overall, if they would have went through with that ending with Kureno and Kyosuke together, I would have gave this show a 9. I would have gave it a 9 out of 10 because it's that good. Well, ultimately, I give it an 8 out of 10 because of that ending. Because the ending can be the deciding factor of a show. But it's an 8 out of 10. The story writing is good. The characters are great. The waifus are lovable. It's funny as shit. It is a good MMO, and I do recommend anybody to watch it. I recommend you guys to watch it if you haven't checked it out. It's really good. And so I wasn't so disappointed in the show entirely, but that ending could just go die. So what are your thoughts about this, guys? This was fun. I really enjoyed this. I might start doing this when I watch anime on my own time. Just when I'm done watching it and finish it, I can review it for you all. Let y'all know my thoughts about this. This was really fun. So what y'all thought about it, man? Was that the ideal ending for you all? Who is your favorite best girl? Who is your waifu in this show? That's what I want to know. Mine is Kuroneko. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all probably going to say Ayase. Because she is. I won't blame you if you do. So thank y'all for watching. What you thought about that? If you'd like to give a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And I'll be sure to see you all in my next one. Sayonara.